Hi everyone, welcome to today's webinar. I am Abirami, moderator. I will be working behind the scenes of today's webinar. I thank God Almighty. He has been blessing since from the first. In this place, I would like to thank our management, board of directors, viewers, and technical people for being a strong support. I'm very much glad to share we are constantly getting positive responses and support from our viewers. In the last series, we had a discussion about nursing ethics by Dr. Clement. In this series, we are going to have discussion of intelligent use of technology in lockdown era. Yes, due to lockdown, we all are depend only the technology. Some of them will use for academic purpose, some use for business, and most of them will use for entertainment purpose. But human beings are completely controlled by technology. This leads to so many hazards. More physical, mental, and social problems are happening even before. Not only adults nowadays, even school children are depending more. Yes, online classes. All the schools are instructing the parents to give compulsory attendance of all children. The children are using mobiles for only online classes? No, they play games, watch videos, and do so much of activities with the mobiles. They become addicted by using mobiles. In this situation, this is the biggest issue among the public. Whether we have to allow our children to use or not, both cause equal issues. What should we do? Yes, answer us with the eminent personality, Dr. Christy, Dean, Christ, deemed to be university. He is going to present about the intelligent use of technology in lockdown era. As a convener, Dr. Jansi Helena, Principal, Sree Abirami College of Nursing, and Coordinator, Dr. Irene Mercy, Vice Principal of Sree Abirami College of Nursing, have been with us. The agenda of the day is welcome address, topic introduction, presentation, question and answer session, vote of thanks. First, we are recording this webinar. So you are welcome to access it at a later date via YouTube link. So feel free to explore the webinar archives at your own pleasure. Also, whether you are attending live or watching a recording, you'll be able to participate in any poll we use, file we share, and links we provide. You can also access the PowerPoint slides, what the speaker will be sharing. Lastly, we also welcome questions and comments throughout the session. We will be watching the question box and we are happy to answer any questions. We also providing e-certificates once you fill the feedback form. The link will be available in the description box. With that, I will hand over to Professor Ansi Malati to welcome the gathering. Ma'am, this is yours.
Good evening to one and all. Good evening to one and all. At this prestigious moment, I would like to welcome one and all to this webinar series. First of all, at this webinar series, I would like to welcome Dr. Christy, Dean of the Academic Affairs, this University, Andrew. Sir, we are indeed very happy to have you amongst us as the speaker of this day. Then I would extend a warm welcome to the people of our management. First of all, I extend a warm welcome to Dr. P. Parisamy sir, Chairman of Sree Abirami Institutions. Then I extend a heartfelt thanks to Dr. Pundadevi ma'am, the Managing Director of Abirami Institution. Then I render a heartfelt thanks to all the Board of Directors, Dr. Sandhu Kumar sir, Dr. Balamurugan sir, Dr. Madhavi ma'am, and Dr. Suchari sir. Next, I would like to extend a warm welcome to our principal ma'am, Dr. Jansi Helena ma'am, for this webinar. We welcome you, ma'am. Next, I extend a warm welcome to our vice principal ma'am, Dr. Irene Mercy ma'am, to this webinar. We welcome you, ma'am. Next, I extend a heartfelt thanks to Mr. Gurumurthy sir, who is the administrative officer of the Abirami College of Nursing. We welcome you, sir. Next, I would like to welcome all the students of Sree Abirami Institution for this webinar. We hope this webinar will be very useful. We also extend a very warm welcome to all the viewers and all the participants who are watching this webinar in the various and YouTube and other links. We welcome you all. Let's break the silence through this webinar And technology should be a boon and not a curse. Through this webinar, we will be able to get a clear picture of this. We welcome one and all. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am, for addressing the gathering. To introduce the speaker, I have Dr. Irene Mercy, Vice Principal of Sree Abirami College of Nursing.
Good evening, everyone. It's my pleasure to welcome Dr. the Academic Affairs University Nursery. Sir adopted degree in mechanical engineering from Anna University. Sir is assisted academician with over 3 decades of experience in teaching as well as in administration. Sir has served in various administrative roles as head of the department, principal of engineering colleges, director of mechanical engineering school, and director of industry and academic technical collaboration in engineering colleges and dean to the universities. Sam is an eminent active researcher in mechanical and materials engineering with sponsorship from various funding agencies like Novel Research Board, Defense Research and Development Organization in the capacities of co-principal investigator. Sad is one of the great achievers. He carried out the project worth over 1 crore. Above all, Sad is a well-known person of the Abirami College of Nursing. In this context, I would like to thank Dr. Shaila Isaac Madam, the previous principal of our nursing college, who has introduced Dr. Christy Sad as a resource speaker of our state-level conference on mental health crisis, which was held in the year 2017. Now, I'm very happy to welcome Dr. Christy Sad to take over the session. Thank you.
Thank you, everybody. Am I audible, madam? Am I audible? Can someone respond?
Yes, sir.
Are you able to hear me? Are you hearing me, please? Hope I'm audible. Hello.
Yes,
Okay. Thank you. At the outset, I would wish to thank the management of Sree Abirami College of Nursing for yet another opportunity that is given to me to speak with you, to interact with you. Perhaps some of you might be wondering what an engineer doing with the nursing institution, faculty and student. I was having the same doubt 3 years ago, year 2017. I was invited by the then principal, Dr. Shaila, for a session with the students of Abirami College of Nursing. And I must say now that I had a wonderful audience, and it was a great session that I could have with all of them. And it is with that confidence I accepted to speak again today. I would like to thank Dr. Jancy Helen, the principal of Sree Abirami College of Nursing, and Dr. Irene, the vice principal, Professor Magarani, the organizing secretary for today's webinar. And I would like to make a brief presentation. I would want every one of you to be cooperative with me, and at the end we will have a brief session of interaction. I hope I'll be able to answer some of the queries that you are raising. Let me just, with these few words, go ahead to make the presentation. Is my presentation visible? Can somebody respond, please? Are you able to see my presentation?
Yes, sir, we can able to see, sir.
Okay, okay. The title that is given to me, or I have chosen to take to talk to you today in this webinar, is the intelligent use of technology in the lockdown era. We are now talking about the way technology could be implemented. I am just reminded of a few years back when all of us were telling, these students not to bring cell phones to the university or to the college. We were so strict, and we used to have squads to find out whether students are carrying any devices, cell phones, or whatever. And there were circulars coming out of the university chambers of vice chancellors, chambers of principals, saying the use of cell phone is strictly prohibited. And what is the situation today? You see everywhere, that talk about technology, and people keep saying we need to have, smartphones, devices, whatever, with the help of which you'll be able to access the tools that technology has made available for all of us. But at the same time, as the topic goes, we need to talk about the intelligent use. And during the next few minutes, say about 30 or 35 minutes, I hope to share with you a few things which might be a food for our thoughts. I'm just presuming that we're all teachers. I may not be having much to tell the practicing nurses here, but then as teachers and students, we will be able to look at many things that is happening today. Now, before that, let us just look at a couple of slides. The UPSC Civil Services examination results have just been announced. And you see here this young man, Pradeep Singh from Haryana, Sonapet district. He has topped the IAS examinations. Now, why I talk about him is last year he came ranked 489th. Just mind you, somebody from the rank 489 to write the exam again this time and to clear it and become first is indeed a big achievement. And most of you teachers are here. You need to share this with your students so that it will be really motivating. And on the part of Tamil Nadu, Ganesh Kumar Bhaskar, he has got the IAS topper rank in Tamil Nadu. And you know what? Last attempt, last year, he failed. But this year he has come seventh in the rank in India and the first. So I just want to start off with this, inspirational information that nothing can stop people who keep on trying. They can achieve great things in their lives. And as teachers, I think we need to share this bit of information as we talk to our students. Now, as we launch into the topic, as I told you, the use of technology in the present era has surpassed all our imaginations, and you find a lot of heightened levels of digital activity that is taking place, and digital transformation has really become the buzzword. People keep saying digital this, digital that. Everywhere you find this thing going about. And this is what the Microsoft chairman Satya Nadella has to say. He says, social distancing rules have brought a remote everything. Everywhere it is remote. And the whole crisis has brought forward the adoption of a wide range of technologies by 2 years. What would have happened a couple of years ago? These things have started happening today itself. That is the rate at which technology is raising, and you and I cannot afford to miss the bus. We need to be in the race, and we will become successful in the present era and in future only if we understand the importance of technology and be willing to learn. These are things which we have not heard of. Of course, the platform on which we are now interacting, Google Meet, it was there as Google Hangout, and not many people were looking at it. And today, as I'm going to tell you, 30 folds there has been an increase in the use of Google Meet. So, and this is what our Google Mr. Sundar Pichai has to say: significant and lasting impact, because everybody, every one of us has been forced to move online, be it work or education, shopping, medicine, entertainment, you name a field, you find the use of technology there. So I wish to re-emphasize this point. Whether willing or not, we need to be in the race. And if we need to be in the race, we have to learn to use technology in the right way. And the pandemic has really been a driving force behind. You know what? We had the H1N1 virus, the SARS virus. During those times, also, as I'm going to show you, we were talking about technology, and people were talking about online education in those countries where H1N1 virus and SARS virus were all active. But today, the pandemic has forced the entire globe, to drive technology into the future. Consumer behavior has changed. There were times when the consumer was, the boss. He was dictating terms to the industry. But today, you find the business has started dictating terms to the consumer. This is how you got to come into our site. This is how you have to purchase things. Consumer behavior has changed. Business processes have changed. And government regulations have changed a lot. Everywhere you find government bringing in new regulations. What was not accepted a few months ago, few years ago, has become the order of the day today. So the pandemic has been the driving force behind all of us. And when it comes to consumer behavior changes, as I said, what would usually take years is now happening overnight. And whatever we have learned now, it has become a kind of a second nature. Wearing a mask, it has become our second nature. Washing hands, keeping ourselves clean, hygiene, it has become our second nature. And you look at the corporate world, companies are being forced to move more quickly just to keep their businesses running. And they need to cut costs and redesign how work is done to ensure their survival. I want to emphasize that point. Survival has become the question, and for that, companies have to be up ahead with technology. Government regulations, very especially the relaxation of regulations around telemedicine. Until a few years ago, few months ago, there were lots of restrictions around telemedicine, the way doctors could interact with the patients and so on. But today you find lots of relaxations have been made. And many patients have found it more comfortable to stay the same way. And what is going to be the next phase of pandemic? Integrating digital and real worlds of work. So whether willing or not, whether you like it or not, we have to mingle technology with the real world of work. Distance learning, on this only, I'm going to share lots of things with you. And I told you, the way Google Classroom is being used has doubled in 2 months to about 100 million. And the time spent on the Google Meet video app, which we are now using, it has become 30-fold. And some of this information I have taken from the Financial Times. and increasing number of people are using the lockdown to build their skill set.
அண்ணா எங்க இருக்கீங்கண்ணா?
Are you hearing me? We need to be
பேங்க்
building
போறீங்கண்ணா, ஒரு ஸ்பீக்கர்
our
ஒன்று
skill
வாங்கணும்ண்ணா
set
சாருக்கு, டிபி
during
சாருக்கு.
this time. And as teachers,
ஸ்பீக்கர் ஒன்று
it
வாங்கி
is
கொடுக்குறீங்களா?
more pertinent to ask ourselves this question.
கும்பகோணத்துல ஒரு
Am
கம்பெனி
I
இருக்கு,
building my skill set?
எலக்ட்ரானிக்ஸ்
Am I becoming more conversant, more comfortable with the use of technology, especially in online learning and online teaching?
நீங்க வேற இன்னைக்கு வெபினார் லைவ் போயிட்டு இருக்குண்ணா, நான் இன்னைக்கு
And
எங்கேயுமே போக முடியாதுண்ணா. இல்ல
you find
உங்களை சொல்றேன்.
there is an ever rising enrollments happening on online platforms, edX, Future Learn, Coursera, and they offer massive open online courses. As teachers, now all of us should be clear about what is MOOCs,
இப்போ போனீங்கன்னா சும்மா போயிட்டு கூப்பிடுறீங்க,
massive open online courses. Please make a note if you're a teacher. Please do go back and browse for MOOCs. There are plenty of free resources available. Of course, you have to pay for and take a number of courses, but then in this age, especially during this pandemic, you find a number of organizations coming out with free courseware, which are very, very helpful for us as teachers, and we must introduce our students to these courses. Coursera, they say there is an 8-fold increase. They talk about social science, personal development, arts and humanities, all these courses. There has been a tremendous amount of increase during this pandemic period. And this is one of the courses that as nursing staff and students, you would like to see. Yale University is offering a free course on the science of well-being. Please do enroll for such courses. This started yesterday, and you can see about 28 lakh people have already enrolled. And what is the challenge on hand today? Now, having said all these things, what is the challenge on hand today? The future of technology in education is not about creating new, exciting, innovating tools. We have plenty. We have plenty of tools that are available, but making technology and digital learning safe, accessible, and equal for all. I'm sorry about the mistake in the second bullet. It is making technology and digital learning safe and accessible and equal for all. I wish to emphasize the last point, equal for all. Inequalities have surfaced, and these inequalities were present earlier times also, but they were not highlighted by our classroom-based education. And what are the inequalities? I'm just listing them down here. Students without internet, inadequate bandwidth at home. Even now, some of us staff members might be finding it difficult, to go into this kind of online programs. Why? The lack of internet. And there are families that cannot afford computers or mobile devices. As managements keep saying, or as teachers, we keep saying that students have to be there, online enrollment and all that. We must be very, very conscious of this one thing, that students are there, families are there, which cannot afford the digital devices. And what is going to be the next technological innovation? I think as nursing staff, you must think about it. And as an engineering teacher, I must think about it. Best technological innovation next is going to look at these issues of equity and redesigning the existing technology so that there is what is called the last mile reach. Even in our university, we keep saying that students have to come online for attending the courses, the classes, but then we find a certain percentage, probably about 10 to 15% of students find it still difficult to access. So here is where innovation must be there. And the digital divide, I would like to emphasize on this Matthew effect in educational technology. It is in the Bible when you read Matthew 25:29, the rich becoming richer. Now, it is said, those who have will be given more. And that is what is happening today. Those who have the best of the connectivity, they are able to get more. But then people who lack these facilities still suffer from the Matthew effect. So challenges related to equity, the digital divide has to be filled, has to be narrowed down. So this is something that as teachers, as educators, we people need to keep in mind. And this is one World Bank resource that is available. From now on, I'll be listing out the resources that are available. This is what I mean, the intelligent use of technology. There are plenty of course, videos available on platforms like YouTube. But then, if you are able to search in an intelligent manner, you will find plenty of resources pertaining to your field of specialization, very closely relevant to your student needs, and that is what we have to look for. It is not just going into the internet, opening up a platform like YouTube and trying to search, but then a focused search will yield a number of resources where you will find things very relevant to your need. These are some resources developed by the World Bank's EdTech team. And there is a knowledge pack which focuses on remote learning. And this is a World Bank initiative. You find that very useful. And there is Edu TV Online. In these times when internet connectivity is a problem, World Bank is making use of the TV channel. So Edu TV Online is a resource where you will find many things available. So I've just copied
Hello,
and pasted
excuse me,
here.
sir.
Yes,
Excuse
madam.
me, sir.
Hello.
Sir,
Yes.
the voice is not clear, sir. Some
Oh,
background
oh,
noise are getting.
oh. I see. I see. Okay, okay. Uh, am I audible now, madam? Am I clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. Please do
Somebody is
stop me.
talking behind of you, sir. That's right.
Uh,
I
I
think
don't know.
from
I'm
outside.
alone here. Yeah, I'm alone here, and there is nobody in the vicinity.
Okay,
uh,
sir.
I know.
Okay, sir. Now it is okay, sir.
Is it okay now? Is it okay?
Yes, yes, sir.
Please do stop me if there is a problem. I will readjust and do it again.
Sure,
Okay.
sure, sir.
Okay.
Sure, sir.
So some of the uses and advantages of Edu TV I have listed here, and there is EdTech Hub resources. The EdTech Hub is supported by the UK Department for International Development, Gates Foundation, and the World Bank. My humble suggestion to all of us teachers is we need to be looking for these resources in a focused manner so that we'll be able to lay hand on resources that are helpful. And during this COVID-19 time, very specially, there are resources to inform COVID-19 response. There is Harvard Global Education and Innovation Initiative. You find so many resources that will be available for us if you go to these websites. And quality education for all during COVID-19. That is what is being advocated by the World Bank. And look at this. This program is called 100, 100, and this is a quality education program for all during this COVID. And I found a very interesting article which is dated September 2014. Okay, and it talks about education and technology in an age of pandemics. I wanted to look at the date here. It is 6 years ago. 6 years ago, we have talked about, our World Bank has talked about education technology in the age of pandemics, and they have now revisited it. That is what you see here. And there are resources from the Gates Foundation, Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, and you find a number of resources here. And these are certain things which would be helpful for especially the nursing students and staff. I'd like to take you to a different site. I'm sharing directly. I'm doing a Chromecast. Just stop sharing here. Are you able to see my screen, madam? Can someone answer? Are you seeing my screen? Hello?
Yes,
Can
sir.
some, this is technology enabling nurses to fight COVID-19. Very specifically, you will find it in Health Times. And Elsevier, you must be knowing, Elsevier has come out with a very special hub for educational, or I mean, for medical education. You find it in COVID-19 Healthcare Hub, and it is there in Elsevier. And look at this, the American Hospital Association. They talk a lot about nursing, how nurses rely on teamwork, technology, and compassion while caring for COVID-19 patients. I'm sure the nursing fraternity will definitely find this very, very helpful. And this is a health education resource center in Elsevier, where again you find plenty of information available. So these are all some of the resources which we can intelligently use in order to find suitable material, relevant material to our need. I'll just stop this, go back to my presentation again. Are you seeing my presentation?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So the COVID-19 Health Education Resource Center, Elsevier, has it on its pages. It offers access to, as I put, clinical tools and resources, latest expert insights, and guidance from the world's health authorities. And these are all resources to support the healthcare professionals as they care for patients. Very relevant to the nursing fraternity, I'm sure. And it talks about the best practices and training for nurses. Now, as teachers, we should also be able to create our own courses apart from exposing students to the sites that are available, educational sites. We should also be able to develop our own course material. And Moodle Cloud is a website which helps in creating our own courses. Let me just go back to the presentation. I mean, I'll just start sharing the website again. This is a Moodle Cloud's website. Are you seeing my screen?
Yes, yes, sir. We can go ahead.
Yeah, you can create your own Moodle's website when you go to this. You can create your own site in your own name, and then here these are all free sites that are available. You need not pay up. As you could see here, 200 users can be brought into your classes. You got 400 MB disk space, and you can go live. There are so many features here. Moodle Cloud features. You can create your courses, and it is very, very mobile friendly. Web conferencing is possible. Custom made certificates can be made. You'll be able to monitor your site. So Moodle Cloud is a wonderful platform. Let me go back to my presentation. Yeah. Are you seeing it, madam?
Yes, sir. Yes, yes, clear.
Yeah. The national resources. There are plenty. And the most important, I would say, is the National Digital Library of India. As you could see here, there are lakhs and lakhs of resources that are available here. You got right from school level up to heavy literature is there, law management, engineering, science, all these are available. I would just stop this and I will go to the website. Now, this is again for the nursing community. You find here plenty of resources that are available for the nursing community. You can see here so many of these are available for free. National Digital Library resources are freely available. So I would definitely suggest this particular website. Let me just open it again. So you find under science, there are plenty of subjects that are available. You name it, you've got that subject available on the National Digital Library of India. So very definitely, this is a wonderful resource which you will have to go look for yourselves, and not just that, introduce every student of yours, because there is plenty of material available to lay your hands on for free. And these are the types of resources that we will have to make ourselves conversant with, as well as introduce our students. I'll just stop the sharing. So this is one of the national resources that is available. And you also find Public Library of India. This is another public resource that is available. Public Library of India, where for free, again, plenty of audio material, video materials, and books are available for you to freely download. I just made a subject search in nursing, and I found there are plenty of materials available for the nursing fraternity. Please do look for yourselves as well as introduce them to your students. And Swayam, SWAYAM, is another website. It is the acronym for Study Webs of Active Learning for Young Aspiring Minds. That is what is Swayam. And what is offered in Swayam, you find materials right from 9th class till post graduation. You have so many options, so many courses which are available there: engineering, science, humanities, management to library and education. And I need not talk about NPTEL, which all of you must be very familiar with. These are all resources. I've just mentioned a few. Now, the idea of my uh, mentioning these things is there are plenty of such resources that are available. And if only our students are encouraged and guided in the right way, I'm very sure we will be able to win them during this time of pandemic, and we will be able to educate them in the right manner so that as academic fraternity, we will be doing justice to our students. So this is what I just wanted to share with you. I hope the points that I shared were useful. I'll just leave it open now for interaction, please. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
This is the time for questioning. Please post your question, or else you can switch on your mic and you can ask directly.
Sir,
Yes, madam. Yes.
can you suggest which is an effective method of teaching, sir? Either online teaching or the classroom teaching, sir?
Very definitely, I would like to see my students face to face. Very definitely, yes. But then, during such times, we need to have an alternative, right? There are government norms that students cannot come to the college. So very definitely, we should be in a position to be in touch with our students. How do we do that? It is only online teaching. But then, I would definitely say that classroom teaching cannot be replaced. Yes.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
But then there is a rider to my answer. You know, saying that classroom teaching cannot be replaced, we should not keep away from learning the technology. I have to learn technology every way possible so that during this difficult times, I would still remain in touch with students. So that is a rider to my question, answer. Yes.
Thank you, sir.
You can post your questions on the chat box also. Yeah, please.
Any questions?
I have a point to make, madam. Hope you're hearing me.
Yeah.
Yeah. I did not much look into, how technology can enable the nursing community. I was afraid, I should not be touching much on nursing and all that. But then I found plenty of resources available, on the net, how technology can help nursing. I just mentioned the Elsevier Health Hub. Similar websites are there where today's nurses can get extraordinary help. And that site also talks about redeploying nurses. Across the world, we find many nurses who had left their job, they're now coming back for want of staff. Governments are calling back the nurses, and then these nurses are being trained in online technology also. So there are very efficient ways the technology is helping the nursing fraternity, and I hope you will be laying your hands on such resources. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
The right word may be effective, but no word was ever as effective as rightly timed to pause. Sir, you made a difference. Thank you, sir, for the powerful presentation. So this is the time for.
Good evening, everybody. Good evening, sir, and all my beloved people, and all the participants who is watching today's webinar. I thank God Almighty for the successful completion of this webinar 3 series. My sincere gratitude to our management, chairman, and board of directors for their continuous and guidance for organizing this webinar. My heartfelt thanks to our guest speaker today. Sir, really it was excellent speech and it was very informative. I hope our students will follow the instructions, will follow the website which you have given, and they can go to that and they can download whatever information they are in need of. I really thank once again, sir, for your valuable speech, and you have spent your time with us. Thank you, sir. I thank
you.
AWO's administrative officer for his moral support. I thank all the participants who joined us today. Dear students and viewers, I hope you have taken note of all the websites which sir has given us, and many ways you can get into that, and you can download books, journals, and enormous knowledge is available inside to use the intelligent way of the technology during this lockdown period. So hope I expect all the participants definitely you'll make use of it. Thank you once again. I thank all our faculty members, VP ma'am, Maharani, and all other faculty members for your untiring effort in completion of this webinar. And also I would like to thank the technical team members for their excellent job they are doing in every webinar. I thank you all. And I thank all the office staff members who are in guidance continuously to make this seminar a grand success. Once again, I thank you all. Be safe and God bless. Thank you. Over to Maharani.
Thank you, ma'am. I hope this webinar is very useful and resourceful. Thank you for joining with us. Have a pleasant evening. Sorry for the interruption in between. It is due to the technical problem. Some of the difficulties we got. So sorry for that. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.